Morning. My name is Jackie Barclay, and I am one of the counselors at Barclay Educational Services. So Barclay Educational Services helps students with postgraduate opportunities in a lot of our schools in the UK. We also have a school in France, and we actually do work with some schools in Ireland as well. So we do help, primarily college and universities trying to figure out university grads trying to figure out that next step. So there's a number of different programs that we can counsel on, and I'm just going to take you through a few of them today. So one of the things, or one of the areas that we work with is the UK. So the first slide I have here is study in the UK. So we offer a free counseling service to help students figure out, as I said, that next pathway. So I've been doing this for about 10 years. So whether I have students that are looking at, let's say, degree completions or starting brand new programs or looking at masters, we actually have a wide range of schools that we can search and help students. And as I said, when you are applying to our grouping of schools, our services are completely free to you. So it's amazing how many students are like, how much do you charge? I'm like, no, if you're applying to our schools, our counseling is free. And the reason for that is I actually work for the schools that we have partnered for. So I'll be very open and honest about this. We get a commission from those universities for helping students out. So that's where the university is actually paying for the counseling that we provide to students. So my next slide, let's see here if I get down. So again, as I said, free assistance to our Canadian students that are applying to, we have over 30 partner schools in the UK, Ireland, and France. We add schools all the time and we take some away. So our website actually outlines all the schools. We also help students not only with the program, but we also help with the student visa. So you do need a student visa if you're going over to, whether it's Ireland, the UK, France, and we also help with that. That kind of comes near the end of the process. We also help with going over students' personal statements, because that is a part of the application process. And the nice thing is we have direct contact with the international placement officers, so we can really track your application. I pretty much know everybody that I work with at the universities. So I can, if we're not getting a decision back in a timely manner, I can easily send them an email or call and figure out what's going on. The other thing I should say is I've probably been to most of the schools that we represent. So I'm not just counseling on, the application process. I can also tell you about what it's like to live at that particular school or that city. So some of the benefits of studying in the UK, some degrees are shorter. So if students are going into something like, I'll use law as an example, they can actually get into law from high school, or they can start law out of a college program. And it's going to be 2 or 3 years, depending on what their educational background is. The idea of getting international cultures, I think being able to live, study, and work in another country is great skills to bring back to Canada. The UK in particular offers some of the top universities in the world. They have a wide range of undergraduate, graduate programs to choose from. It can be very cost effective, as much as you are paying international tuition, but sometimes the programs can be shorter. So it actually works out to be about the same amount. And the best part is being able to travel all throughout Europe at a very relatively much cheaper cost than coming from here. So just talking a little bit, this is one of our most popular options for students. We get a lot of students that apply to the UK for law. And there's a couple of things here. If you are coming right out of high school, or let's say you did a diploma, you can do what's called a 3-year LLB program. If you have, so I know Seneca does have a number of degrees, and it doesn't really matter what kind of degree you come from. You can actually get into law with a variety of degrees. So that would be a 2-year senior status. So if you have a degree, it cuts down a year in the study, because here law school or your LLB JD is 3 years. There is some of the other benefits. There is no LSAT. They called it an LNAT there. Transfer back to Canada is pretty easy. You just have to do some what we call NCA accreditation exams. So it said law is probably our most popular program that we send students. This is just a little video. I won't try playing this because I know it probably will buffer. Cranfield, I just wanted to talk about Cranfield University in particular, because we did notice that, and I'm pretty sure this is still a program, the crime and intelligence analysis degree at Seneca can move into a number of master's programs at Cranfield. And we've already looked at kind of this progression with the university. So you've got things like digital forensics, counterterrorism, the counterterrorism risk management, forensic investigation, and forensic biology. So as I said, there are a number of different really neat master's programs that can come from specific programs at Seneca. Just come down, next one. With Cranford in particular, they do offer a pretty good scholarship for Canadian students. Their master's programs are 1 year, so 12 straight months. The other thing I should, and this is just in particular, not just in particular at Cranfield, but the schools that we work with are all approved by OSAP. So there is a portion, if students are getting OSAP here for their studies at Seneca, there is a portion, and you want to go abroad, there is a portion of OSAP that you can apply for that is international. So just so you know, there is that funding available. The other area that we get a lot of students, and this might be particularly interesting to students that are in a, let's say, a 3-year advanced diploma. Many of our schools can offer what we call the degree completions. So you have that idea of doing a 3+1. I know you could do very similar things here in Ontario. This is just offering you that international experience. The business is primarily what transfers very well. And we've had students finish degrees at schools like the University of South Wales, Queen Margaret University in Scotland, and Swansea University. And we've even had students that have gone over and finished a degree and then stayed on and did a master's in 12 straight months after that. So that's a really nice option for students as well. The application process. So you would apply through Barclay Educational. As I said, our counseling for you is completely free. So what we would really do is look at your background, look at what you would be interested in studying, and then we would search our schools for you. So as much as I've talked about just a couple programs, because time constraints here, we actually have options probably for anything you're really thinking of. As I said, because we have such a wide range of universities that we work with, students can come to me and say, hey, do you have something in this? And we would do a complete search of our schools and give you 3 or 4 options that you might want to look at applying to. And that's something that, as I said, my philosophy is really paying attention to what a student wants and trying to find that right fit for them, whether it's a large school, small school, or really what the program, and really trying to meet your needs. And that's really the basis of what I do. These are just a couple of testimonials. We always like testimonials from our previous students. So often, we have students come back to us and give us an idea of what their experiences were like, and we always encourage that. We also have a YouTube page under Barclay Educational that there's a ton of videos on there of previous students talking about their experiences. So I always encourage students to watch those videos because they're really, really quite interesting. And more testimonials. And then this is our contact information. So basically, if anybody has any questions, you have any ideas, or you want some advice about programs, my email is the jsb@barclayedu.com. And that is our website. The website will give you a little bit more information, and it does give you an outline of all the schools that we actually work with. So I think at this point, I kept that down to about 10 minutes, so that's pretty good. So then if there are any questions,